Hey guys, and welcome! So today we're doing House of Crom Plataeu in Age of Conan Dungeons. So there are 5 bosses inside this dungeon here, and it's very good if you're gonna get those rare tokens to buy some nice epic gear in like guitar and those stuff. So right now we're just waiting for one of our members to go down and start each boss. So there's like a stair where you start each boss phase. So this is the first boss here, the mage here, and it's a fairly easy one. Actually, there's one thing you have to be careful about with this boss. Is when he's gonna cast this here, the blood extraction. So he's gonna target one guy and he's gonna use the blood extraction on that guy, that channeling one. So if you get it, just run behind one of those like pillar things there and just like lose the vision to the boss and you will be safe. So that's really the only thing you have to be careful about. This boss is gonna keep casting this blood extraction, and so when that's cast, go and hide behind it, and it's different people every time. So now it's Aspie who's gonna go behind one of those. So it can be useful. It's not really needed, but it can be useful to using show target. I almost always use it in using that since I started to raid tier 3, because it can be very useful in some bosses. Like you want to know if you're targeted directly, so you can run away from the demo boss in tier 3, and here as well to perform to your best. So it's a really good thing to do. So now Willward had it. He took some time there, but was nothing crucial. But try to always run away, because else, if I remember correctly, he's gonna heal himself up and he's gonna damage you down, so like draining your health to himself. But it's soon down here. It's pretty simple boss. All these bosses on Plataeu is actually kinda simple. Now actually I got the blood extraction, so I'm going behind here. I'm just gonna wait it out till it's gone, so they slay the boss here. But of course there are some loot here and some random things, and oh, can get that for like social, and you get a rare token here, and that's the thing we're after here, the rare tokens. This place is also good if you wanna farm up your AA Exp, because each boss is gonna reward you with a lot of AA Exp and those rare tokens as well. So there's like win-win for both of them. It's really fast. I mean, it's 5 bosses here, so that means it will be 5 rare tokens. But keep in mind, House of Crom, that sometimes there are rare bosses which gives extra rare tokens. So this is the second boss here, and this guy is gonna summon troops like you're doing now, rally troops. He's gonna summon one soldier here. We can DPS him down right next to the boss, but now he spawns one of those martyrs. Or how you say it. So just slay that one down fast and go up to the tank again where the boss is, and just keep DPSing down the boss and the adder that he has, which is a soldier and not a martyr. It's really good to keep them together so you can damage them both. That's one thing that I really love about Conan, that you can damage more than one enemy all the time, even though it's not an AoE spell like in old World of Warcraft. Like when you're just gonna attack something, you need to use some kind of AoE spell to damage everyone. But in this game, as long as you hit them, you hit them. That's how it works. And with some weapons as well, like the polar arms, they have a very long reach. But you guys who play Conan knows this, but maybe some of you guys haven't played Conan, so that can be useful to know when you're gonna play this game. He's gonna keep spawning these troops all the time, the soldiers and martyrs. So now it's gonna get a new soldier, I think. He's rallying the troop. So just keep knocking them down. And if there comes a martyr, you're gonna go and kill that martyr. So now he's blowing the horn. You get a martyr. So when he blows the horn, that martyr will spawn up, and you're gonna go and slay that one if you're a DPS, and then come back to the boss again and start to DPS down the boss and slay that soldier as well. Try to keep them together. It's a very useful thing, so you can get them both down really fast. But he's soon down. It's a pretty easy fight here, and it's really easy. And you know, my main is a bear shaman healer, and it's really easy to go here and solo heal. And since this game with the heals, since you won't increase any healing with the bear shaman, no matter what stat you get, you sure get heal rating, you can improve your celestial gaze and such stuff, but you need so much heal rating before it's gonna be worth it, because it's just gonna keep healing like 200 health and like over 20 seconds cooldown. You can go here and have some decent gear, have some nice amount of health here. This is the third boss here. Now we're gonna cast the Viper's Decoy, so now the tank is gonna run away. Then you're gonna try to move him into that. You see that little kind of white thing there to remove the shield. Or actually not the white one, you see that sparkling, like the lightning thing there. You're just gonna move him through there so we can start to attack him again. Else he will keep holding that shield on himself. But that's the main thing about this boss, so Viper's Decoy, the tanks has to move away the boss, so he will be able to get him to run into that little lightning thing. It's like a trap actually. So now see, just gonna move him in another again, it's very far away there. And keep in mind, don't try to stand in that like lightning thing, because it's gonna damage you very much if you keep standing there, so don't stand there. And if you're playing as a DPS or healer, don't stand in the way, so the boss can be moved correctly into that thing. Else you can ruin a lot for the tank actually. So that can be pretty useful. But other than that, the simple boss. Now it's casting Viper's Decoy again, so we're just gonna get the boss away and then just gonna move him into the trap again. Which was really nice done actually. That was really fast. And I'm trying to gear up my Barbarian as well. I actually started to raid tier 3 with my Barbarian right now. But since I don't have all the time that I wish I had, I can't raid all the time sadly. But we're running 2 raids each week, Tuesdays and on Sundays as well. So if there are anyone who wants to check out our guild, maybe you want to get a guild to raid with, we are very friendly people, we're very mature, but still we have a lot of fun, you know. So you can go into Ironclad's website, it's on guild launch. So if you want to check that out, go and you can fill out a form and one of our officers will go in and check out your apply for our guild here. We are having it because we don't want like all kinds of members. We really want people who wants to stay, people who want to be together and have a lot of fun, who's not only greedy. But this boss here now, the 4th boss here, the thing you have to be careful about, or not really careful, but if you have a caster in the group, try to just keep that caster far away from the other ones, because this boss will cast an explosive flask and that flask will explode, of course. Just listen to the name of it, it will explode and cause like a wide AoE effect around. So that's very like important to keep that away from the group. You might not die, but it might hurt the tank a lot if he keeps getting that all the time. This is very simple, either you can have one far away, so he throws the flask, or one can just sprint out when the brawler's defense is about to end, because the explosive flask always gets thrown after that one. So now we see it's casting Brawler's Defiance, it's actually called, and now it's gonna cast Explosive Flask. Yeah, it's casting it, you see, boom, over there. So that make us not get all that flame on us. But this is also pretty easy place to heal. And it's really nice to do the plateau here, because you get 5 rare tokens. And you can actually do away with this done, which I'm not gonna show in this video, but you can go if everyone have dual specialization. You can actually go here and you can switch to 2nd specialization and you can do the plateau 2 times a row. So that means like 10 rare tokens and really fast. I mean, this is the 4th boss and we're gonna kill 5 bosses here, so you can get tokens really fast here and a lot of AA Exp, so you're gonna increase your AA levels really fast here and you'll be able to get some Kitai gear in no time. It's gonna take a lot of time to balance. You need some MOAs as well, Mark of Acclaim. But those you can get for doing like dungeons, hard modes and such in Kitai, or you can do like your faction quests. You get more and more faction quests, the more you will increase your faction standing with your rank. And I'm probably gonna make a video about some tips and tricks to get some gear in Kitai and all those things if you are an interest, like things like good places you should go to and grab up some gear. But now we killed the 4th boss here and it's gonna go down and spawn the last boss, the 5th boss. And the 5th boss, I must say, it's a really simple boss. These plateau bosses are actually very Very easy. As long as your group have a decent gear, it's really easy match, to be honest. But you're gonna try to stand here over close to the wall. We mostly do that. And the reason you want to do that is because this boss is gonna like do a knockback and kick back the people here. This is storm blades here is gonna damage you somewhat. As long as the heals we keep up the blue and the green heals and throw some big heals randomly, that's gonna be good enough. But you see he's gonna knock back like he did before there, and that's really the only thing about this boss here. Try to keep like the heals up before you get knocked down, else he might hit some, but you're not gonna die, I think. I'm not sure if you need how good in gear you actually need to tank this guy, but my guess is that you don't really need that super high gear to do this boss. By the way, I'm gonna show the other bosses in House of Crom soon as well. I'm not sure if it'll be the next videos with Conan, but they're gonna come very soon. So you're gonna get to see the other bosses here in House of Crom. This is a place people very often go and farm for rare tokens, and it's because it's a really good place to go and farm it. People can't get bored of it because like farm, the same thing over and over again. It can get really boring, but it is really useful. But I'm probably gonna show you violent activity someday too. That's gonna take a bit longer while, but it's gonna come. And thinking about, like I've talked before, about the tier 1, tier 2 raids, and also showing tier 3 raids. There might be that tier 3 raids will actually come before my tier 1 and tier 2 videos. We will see about that. It all depends how much time and how I will go. I actually don't do tier 1 or tier 2 very often. But it's a very good place to go. I mean, wing 1 you can start really easy. Really early as well. As long as you're not a tank. Tanks can never like you will say cheat gear, like you really need to have your gear to be able to tank and have that health, have that mitigation. But soon killing this guy here is down to 17% and we have slayed all the 5 bosses in here. And after you slay this boss, you go to the other places in House of Crom and kill those bosses as well and get more rare tokens. But it can be risky as well. If you're like 2 groups here, there's most likely as 1 instance, which means that you will eventually like run into the other group, depending on how you split up the dungeon here. But like the way it works in Conan, the more people at one place they will make like new instances, create new ones, so but it can be risky. So we killed the last boss here and we're done with the plateau. And guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe and share this video if you're possible can do that. So guys, until next time, take care. This is BANTO. Cheers!